This is the examination of the hidden human condition.
You're listening to the Hidden Killers Podcast.
This is the Hidden Killers Podcast with Tony Bruschi.
Well, as we've been watching the end of the Timothy Bliefnick trial, a verdict came in late on the evening of May 31st of 2023. We're going to give you that audio right now, and then afterwards, we're going to be reading a statement that was released by the family. Let's first go to the courtroom to hear the verdict.
We are on the record on 23 CF 170 People versus Timothy Bliefnick. Mr. Bliefnick is present in court along with his attorney, Miss Casey Schnock. People are present by Assistant State's Attorney Josh Jones and Laura Keck. And I am told the jury has reached a verdict. And Mr. Jones, anything before we bring the jury in?
Do you want to remind everybody to turn their cell phones off?
Yes, I guess I will. Ladies and gentlemen, you're allowed to have your cell phones in the courthouse. However, when you are in the courtroom, they must be turned completely off. That means completely off. Not on silence, not on vibrate, not in airplane mode. They must be completely off because and they must be put away because if the security sees that you have your cell phone on or your cell phone goes off, you will be removed from the courtroom and will not be allowed back in today. That does not include the media, which of course are allowed to have their devices out so they can communicate with the public, but they need to be wearing their badges so that they are identified as media and so security will not hassle them. And then Mr. Jones, anything else before we bring the jury in?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Schnock?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, let's bring in the jury.
Make seated.
All right, which juror has the paperwork? All right, juror number 6. I take it you are the foreman then? Yes. And has the jury reached its verdict? Yeah. Okay, and if you could hand that paperwork to the bailiff. Give it to the clerk. Would the clerk read the verdicts, please?
We, the jury, find the defendant, Timothy Bliefnick, guilty of home invasion, signed by the 4-person and 11 jurors. We, the jury, find the defendant, Timothy Bliefnick, guilty of first-degree murder, signed by the 4-person and 11 jurors. We, the jury, find the allegation that during the commission of the offense of first-degree murder, the defendant personally discharged a firearm that approximately caused death to another person was proven. Signed by the 4-person and 11 jurors.
All right, thank you, clerk. And then, Ms. Schnock, would you like to have the jury polled?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I thank you for your service. You will need to head back then to the jury room and wait there for just a couple minutes, and I will be in to talk with you shortly thereafter. All right?
All rise.
The court enters judgment on the verdicts, and then the defendant has been held without bond. The court will continue holding the defendant without bond until sentencing, and we will pick a sentencing date.
Judge, from a scheduling purpose, if we could look for the first week of August, I believe. I'm sorry, the second week of August.
Second week of August, okay.
Anytime between the 9th and the 17th.
Did you say anytime between the 9th and the 17th?
Yes, sir.
I can give you the afternoon of August the 11th at 1:30. I'll give you all afternoon. Do you think we'll need more than half a day, Mr. Jones?
I wouldn't think so, Your Honor. I assume we'll take up any post-trial motions and the sentencing.
We'll take up any post-trial motions, and I'll get to that in just a minute.
I would think the afternoon would be fine.
Ms. Schnock, do you agree?
That would be fine.
All right, and the 11th works for you at 1:30?
It does.
Yes. You don't have one here? Okay. Okay. The court is going to order the pre-sentence investigation report be done, but the clerk doesn't, we don't have them in this courtroom, so the court will enter that tomorrow so that we will have that written order. And then Ms. Schnock, do you want more than 30 days to file any post-trial motions, or is 30 days going to be sufficient for you?
I would request 45.
45
I
days?
have no objection to that, Your Honor.
All right. So, how about by the end of business on July the 21st?
That works.
All right. And then, Mr. Jones, anything else we need to take up?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Anything from the defendant, Ms. Schnock?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. We will be adjourned.
Very short, very to the point. I kind of like that in a verdict reading. But that is it. He has been found guilty of murder of his wife, Becky Bliefnick. Becky Bliefnick's sister, Sarah, and family have released a statement on the verdict. I'm going to read it for you right now. It says, "We should not be standing here today. We should not be delivering this statement. We should not be living in a world where a crime like this is possible. We should not have to suffer a life without Becky, who was robbed of her life in the most hateful, cowardly, and cruel way. Her boys were robbed of a loving, devoted mother. I was robbed of my sister and best friend. My parents were robbed of their daughter, and as a parent myself, I cannot imagine a greater torture. Becky was a niece, an aunt, and a cousin, a friend, a colleague, a caregiver. All those who love her carry heavy heartache in the wake of this tragedy. The judicial process cannot bring her back, nor can it heal our wounds, but we are relieved that the verdict delivers justice, and we are thankful for all who made it a reality. Our family would like to express our eternal gratitude for the tenacity, professionalism, and compassion shown by the Quincy Police Department, the State Attorney's Office, and the jury of our peers who all had to face such horrible realities to bring forward this resolution. Specifically, we want to thank Detectives Cowick and Eddie, Josh Jones, Laura Keck, and Tricia Hubbard, who have all worked so tirelessly in pursuit of the truth. We also want to thank the media who have shined a light on Becky's life with respect and dignity. As a family of faith, we're deeply thankful for our family, friends, and the complete strangers who have rallied around us and prayed for us during these incredibly dark days. We live with the hope that the worst moment of our lives cannot define who we are as we pick up the pieces to raise Becky's boys in the way we know she would want. While life cannot be normal in the ways it once was, such love and support does help restore the belief that the world does, in fact, have more good than evil. As they go forward with the certain truth that their father murdered their mother, we ask that you keep Becky's three incredible boys in your prayers. We'll move forward by leaning on each other and our faith and healing. We will speak of Becky warmly and often, remembering the way she lived and loved, not the way she died. She will be missed forever and loved always. That was a statement that was just released by the family of Becky Bliefnick in response to the jury's decision and verdict. coming out late last night. That's the latest that we have for you on this case. Be sure to press subscribe wherever you download podcasts so you don't miss any breaking updates and discussions on the cases that we follow for you right here. My name is Tony Bruschi. Stay with us.